crafters, this is Jerry with Crafty Stash, and just got a few things from Michaels. Today is the 29th, so I don't know whether it's a special sale just for today, but Michaels had buy one, get two free on paper packs. Now, every store is different. Whatever your store has might not be. Some of the things, it wasn't a ton of different things. I don't know if it was just because I was late getting there, but, wow, better than half price. Okay, so this is the first one that I got. This is In Bloom, and I will show you the papers, and then I'll show you what I did with it. Each one of the paper packs I did something with, and there's a purpose for that. So pretty pastel colors, again, very spring. This is a cut apart. Yeah. I had this from another pack somewhere, and I don't know what pack that was, but that's so familiar to me. Keys and bicycles and flowers. Pretty kind of, and this is different names of flowers. Oh, so beautiful. And more keys. This is the only foil paper that there was other than some of these cut aparts. And there you go. So my thinking for these packs is, what do you do with paper in a pack you don't like? So on this one, and it's not that I didn't like it, it was the least of what I liked or what I could do with. So this was one of the papers. This, I needed a kind of a solid color, so I chose this one. And then when you have these full-size papers, if you don't do 12 by 12s, which I don't do anymore, 12 by 12 scrapbooking, what do you do with a 12 by 12 picture like that? So what I did was I made these 7 by 7 or 5 by 7 cards. So what I did is I used the least of what I like as a background. And so what you're doing with that is you're just giving a hint of color because, again, my pet peeve is covering up things that you can use. So if it were a great paper and I was going to use it again, you know what I would do? I would cut out the inside and use a portion of that. Don't ask me why, but it's crazy. And then you layer it with other pieces of the paper that in the pack that you don't particularly care for. So you're covering up basically, but you're using some of the color of it. And of course, in a paper pack, they all match. So that's the way to do that. So what I did with this piece is I cut it up. And this one I popped up a little bit. Now I didn't have any, I don't know if you do this, but I didn't have any foam tape that I could find. And so I just bundled up some paper and glued it together and popped it up that way. It doesn't have to be foam tape. It doesn't have to be special. It could be recycled paper, an envelope, whatever it is. Fold it up, bunch it up, and it's popped up. So that'll be one of my paper packs. And then I just cut these up in different sizes. I can use this for anything. And if the color, you'll see on one of them, the color was nice on the inside, so I'll use the inside color for something else. So, and you can use this for borders, whatever you choose. So you don't have to not use it, just use it differently. So that was this paper pack. I'll put these away. I always like to put them back as long as I have the pack. I like to put the papers back in there so I know where they are. The next one was a fall, and I don't know whether that was from this year. It doesn't give me a date on it, but it might look familiar to you from this fall. Hearth and Harvest, and really love harvest colors, fall colors. So and feathers, one of my favorites. See, this would be one that I would use as a background. I didn't on this particular page. Letters, I don't know. What would I do? Make a word. And some of these I like, some of these not so much. Some cut aparts, which will be nice for fall. I like this one. I like the background for this. I like the, let's see that. That's a quail. I liked that. Let's do it this way. Cut aparts. Nice cut aparts there for sayings. For that would be good for embellishments. Love, friends, memories. Now this is one that I wouldn't use, so what would I do? I would probably cut out the pumpkin, or not cut out the pumpkin, but use the flowers and cut around the flowers to put on a card or on a smaller scrapbook page. Same with these. Use the corners on these, but there's all that paper that you'll use as well. That's pretty. I like that color. And then more cut aparts. So this is what I did with that. There was, let me show you the paper. I can get it. So there was this paper, and didn't do a thing for me. So I used that as the background. Then I took this, which there was another one that had more orange in it. I could have used that, and I layered it. Then I took this page, which I can use for something else, but I like the color in the center, so I cut out the center to put as another layer, because when I cut out the turkey, it didn't pop when I used it on top of this other paper. So I used a solid to pop it. And I did the same thing with this as I did the other. I just folded up some paper and layered it up to make it a dimensional. But I thought that came out really, really cute. And there were quail and other things on that sheet that I like, and I'll use. And you know, it was that and the quail and another something or another, and it said Happy Thanksgiving. Well, I can use the Happy Thanksgiving on something, but it was just too big. You know what I mean. Anyway, so that's another card I can use for that. Okie dokie. Onward. Pretty, pretty paper. Boutique Market. I don't know how old this one is either. And doesn't have dates on it. So, yes it does. No, nothing on the back. Ah, there's my camera. So that I thought was kind of cute too. So let's look at this paper. This was one that I used as a background. I didn't care for it much. I mean, I like the color a lot, but what would I use that for other than a background? Polka dots with pink, and I'm not crazy about that either. I'll use that for some kind of background. That's pretty. I like. Cut aparts I like. I love the flowers. Yellow, I like that. Butterflies. This says Let's Stay Home. That would be cute. Cut that out and put it on a card or scrapbook page. Some bicycles with that color. Some more cut aparts. Love those. More butterflies. Now you can cut these out as well. Wouldn't that be cute? And then, you know, kind of fold them up so that they're two-dimensional, or even decoupage them up together, layer them up and make them two-dimensional that way. So this is the one that I used, and I took this part, and you'll see. But I just took the center out, and I used part of the flowers, and I'll show you that in a moment. That I like a lot. That's pretty too. These are houses. And this says Live Out Loud, Life Documented, Bits and Pieces. This was another one that I used for layering. Pretty, 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 pretty. Like that. That'd be cute as a background as well. layer on top of that. And these are cut aparts, but boy, you got to fussy cut a lot of that. And it's funny because it has a cut around, you know, little dot, dot, dot to cut around. So you can cut those out. Fussy cut those, and I like to fussy cut, so I'm okay with that. Okay, homes, bicycles, furniture. Don't know, that'd be a background too. So this is what I did with this one. Now you could do it this way. This is how I did it. The other two were that way. So I took that one paper that I didn't really care for, and I used it. So you can't really see what it is, but you're using the colors off of it and then layering it up. And I was okay with the words coming off of the side of this, and I just fussy cut around this piece. I didn't pop this one up, but how cute is that? So that just gives you some ideas on what you can do. And where's my other card? I don't know. It's somewhere. Oh, there it is. So it just gives you some ideas what you can do with your paper, and you can do with paper that you don't know what to do with. So there's always something that you can use papers that you don't like for, even if it's just the white side of the other side. I mean, you know, whatever. You can use it. Don't throw it away, whatever you do. Okay, anyway. So I hope that gave you some ideas, and I hope you're going to go craft, because I'm going to do the same thing. So I'll talk to you soon. Go craft. Bye.